Good morning, happy Tuesday. It's 8:15. My kids are at PE from 8:10 until 9, and then they come back for an hour. The plan for today, because I only have each class for about an hour and it goes by really quickly. So the plan for my homeroom class, because they're in a different place today, is after PE, I'm going to show them this very short video that explains what Ramadan is. And it's just really to inform them of the holiday so that they get exposure to it. And in my homeroom class, we are going to do a little bit of building background before we read the next passage in Study Sync, which is Hitler Youth. The next 3 passages, according to the district suggestions, we're just listening to and kind of responding to. Not a whole lot more is going on with that. So we're gonna, I'm gonna show them a quick video that helps them to understand what Hitler Youth was. Then we're gonna actually listen to it, and then I'm gonna have them respond to a question on Padlet, where they're identifying the conflict that the main person faces in the passage. And then in my switch class, we are just doing what we did last week with homeroom. They're just behind. We're finishing up teaching history through fiction, and we're gonna do the comparison, or the comparing and contrasting. So that's what's on the plan for those 2 classes. But I also wanted to show you just how I started the morning. So, you know, people always wonder about middle school, and I like to say that middle schoolers are really sweet. So one of my students brought me this morning. I'm assuming because they know that I lost Genesis last week. And so I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna make sure to write her. They say it's from 2 people. I think one girl actually is the one that put it together, and then her friend is just kind of jumping in on that. So I'm not sure what to do about the thank you card, but it's really sweet of them. Okay. So it's just a nice little flower arrangement wrapped in purple in this cute little purple bucket. I wonder if I can kind of keep this alive, thirst quenching. So I'm gonna definitely find somewhere really nice to put this so that I can enjoy it. But for the time being, I'm gonna leave it in the bag because I don't want it to get messed up or tip over. Then she got me some chocolates, and then there's a little card on the inside. It says, "The beauty of a life well lived never dies. It continues to embrace and inspire us. May you find comfort in your loving memories. Thank you for your great efforts despite facing hardships. I truly appreciate you. Please don't be hard on yourself. Your baby is watching over you, I'm sure. Sorry for your loss of your angel." That's so sweet. So I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna actually put this right here. And I'm gonna put the picture of Genesis with it. I think I took that picture home. So that's what's going on. I haven't been at work for very long, but during my prep period, I'm gonna continue to do some lesson planning on the Civil War. It's gonna take me a minute to kind of figure out how I want things to go, like the progression of things. And the other thing I wanted to show you is this really cool thing that I got on Amazon. It's a coffee mug warmer. I don't remember how much it was. I will link it though. I want to say it was like maybe $20 or so. So it has done a really good job of keeping my coffee warm, and it's it motion detects, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So when I put it down, it's warming it, but when I pick it up, it's not. And I'm really enjoying it so far because my coffee gets cold really quick, especially in those cute mugs that are not insulated in any way. And I think that it has a timer on it, like it'll turn itself off after like 2 hours or something. So just want to share that, but let me get to work and I'll talk to you guys. I am officially in the second portion of my day. It's 1:45. That means I am now working with my PM students. Right now I have my PM homeroom group, but they are at PE, so that's why the classroom is empty. The morning was good. It was so nice. For the first time in a long time, I had students working in groups talking to each other. Now, how I've been doing the groups, and they'll be a little bit more strategic when I get like scores and things like that, is this is just one group, and it's enough space for them to be distanced, but they're still close enough to be able to hear each other and discuss. So my AM switch class was doing the compare and contrast, and like I went through the directions and showed them the slides that they were going to be collaborating on. And then the last thing I said was something like, I would just really love it if I heard the sounds of teenagers having academic conversations out loud in class. And they did, and it was really nice, and I think that they enjoyed it, even if they don't admit it, like to be able to like just talk to your classmates. So that went really well. With my AM homeroom class, the Hitler Youth thing went well. Like I showed them the video that kind of gave them a sense of what Hitler Youth was all about. Then we read the passage that helped the passage to make better sense, and they were able to identify the conflict Sophie is facing in this particular passage. And the conflict that she is facing is that she gets to a point where she does not agree with the propaganda that is being put out by the Nazis and the Nazi youth program and all of that. And so we talked about that, and then the Padlet question was basically asking them to identify the conflict and identify how she responded and whether or not they agreed or disagreed with how she responded. So they shared their Padlet responses, and that was great. I am currently on my second prep, and I am still working through planning like how I'm going to teach the Civil War, because this is going to be my first time teaching it. And so far what I've decided since I've been here today, I know for sure I'm going to share chapters 11 and 12 of the book stamped, and it's so nice to be able to make copies for the kids. They will be able to highlight and annotate directly on these as opposed to using Cami. There's nothing wrong with Cami, but I know that some of them prefer to have it in front of them. And this is the book that it's coming from. And so chapter 11 talks about just how abolitionists were able to spread their beliefs and their thoughts on slavery in mass scale, like how they were able to get the word about, or get the word out across the country. And then chapter 12 is titled Uncle Tom, and this chapter really kind of focuses on Uncle Tom's cabin, and I can't remember his first name. Garrison, what is his first name? I can't find it, but it's pretty much introducing them to the idea of some of the white abolitionists and the different variations of what abolition meant to different people. So we're gonna read these two chapters for sure. I just can't find his first name. So we're gonna read these two chapters for sure, I know that. And then they are going to be looking and learning about Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. And so I found a video on Abraham Lincoln that is good. It's very complimentary, and I want to show them that, but then I will probably also share chapter 13 in this book, which is titled, I really should have had this ready, Complicated Abe. Because while the video I show is going to be very complimentary and it alludes to some of the like missteps Lincoln may have made, it's overwhelmingly like positive. This gives them more of a detailed look at Abraham Lincoln and the progression of his beliefs on slavery and abolition, all of that, because I want them to see like even the people that we celebrate and the people that we look up to and have holidays named after, it was a path, like it was a road they took before they became the person that we've, you know, presented them to be. And I just got really excited because I think that I'm going to be able to incorporate these two picture books into this lesson. So I bought these when I taught elementary school. This one is on Abraham Lincoln. This one is on Frederick Douglass. I just found a video clip that I think I'm going to be using on Frederick Douglass, 5 things you should know about him. And then I am either going to supplement those videos with these books or vice versa. I have to read the books first. I haven't read them in a while, so I don't remember exactly like the tone and the messaging of them. But I'm just excited at the prospect of reading a picture book because that is what I miss most about elementary school. So that's as far as I've gotten with planning. I'm just still very... William Lloyd Garrison, that's what that person's name was. So I feel like I'm making good progress. It's just a lot of information. I'm at a point where I feel like I need to write down, like, do this lesson, like the order in which I want to do it. So I'm gonna go up to the office right now And I'm gonna make a copy of chapter, I think this was chapter 13. I have 10 minutes. I'm gonna make a copy of chapter 13, which is the one on Abraham Lincoln. And then that is all I'm gonna have time to do. My goal is to leave here. That was my YouTube video. Leave here early enough so that I can go home, like cook and walk Riley, and then just kind of sit down and continue to work on this. So definitely being at work today has been a big help with just my mood and just kind of being distracted, and today is better than yesterday, so I'm thankful for that. But I'm really excited to continue to see how this unit of study plays out for me and my students. Okay, I'm getting ready to go home. It is 4:45. I'm going to work when I get home, but I got everything that I feel like I have to and should get done before leaving done. Things are posted on Google Classroom and scheduled. I'm gonna have to just quadruple check because there's always something that is a little off when class starts the next day, because I have, at this point, for all intents and purposes, 4 different classes that have 4 different schedules and need things posted at 4 different times of the day. And some kids that are in AM are technically supposed to be in PM, and some kids that are PM are technically supposed to be in AM. And I have to remember that every time I have to manually add those students to the groups on Google Classroom. Like, that really is the part that drives me crazy. It just does. So I'm probably gonna need to check it one more time before the day starts tomorrow. And I will, but I just want to go home now to get Riley and make sure he's not all alone for too long, since this is his first day on his own. And I'm going to then close out the vlog here. So if you enjoyed following me today, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that as well. And I think that's pretty much it. So as always, I hope that you're well. And if you're not well, please be well. And I will see you guys for another day tomorrow. See you then.